Why? Why aren't you where you want to be? Why aren't you crushing your goals? Why don't you have that bikini body? Why don't you have better energy, better focus? What obstacles are getting in your way? What's stopping you? I'm going to bet that you have a massive fear of failure. This is common. This is something I have encountered as a professional athlete that was limiting my actual potential. This is something all of my one-on-one coaching clients experience, and I deliver strategies to help them overcome that. And then again, we unveil their unlimited potential. So remember, the fear of failure is human nature. We go outside of our comfort zone. We feel scared, and these thoughts and feelings have a tremendous impact on our actions and the outcome of our actions. Now imagine, let's twist this around. If instead of letting fears stop you, you could let your fears make you unstoppable. Well, you can. Here's how. I'm going to share with you 4 of my strategies that have helped me learn to use my failure to my advantage instead of dreading it. Now, tip number 1, reframe your goal by shifting your definition of failure. Take a fresh perspective on failure by really understanding that if you try something new and you don't succeed, guess what? You didn't actually fail, right? From there, you take the value of that experience and you have to be open to listening to it, and you learn and you grow. And then you go back to the drawing board. So you're developing an insane amount of resilience as well as you're learning the value of perseverance. Stop caring what anybody thinks about you if you fail. It doesn't matter. Embrace failure. Learn to embrace failure. Ask any successful person, and they will tell you that we learn far more from our failures than our successes. So you really have to internalize that one. Strategy number 2, having a positive mindset and visualizing this together. Now, you have to visualize a positive outcome, and you have to really believe in yourself. There's so many published psychological studies on this that actually prove that the power of both of those things together is incredibly powerful for a positive outcome with overcoming failure. So visualize yourself. When you picture yourself failing at something, rewind, reverse that, and then picture yourself actually crushing it and getting it done. And then start believing it yourself. So you visualize it, you believe it, you put it together. When I won the Arnold USA, my biggest title ever, back to back with Australia last year, I was learning a new skill to hand balance on canes. I couldn't do it. I was a disaster. And I actually had to completely pull myself back and start to work on visualization and believing that I could do this and convincing myself. So within 8 weeks, 30 minutes a day, twice a day, I had mastered the art of hand balancing, and I was consistently staying on the thing, and I did stay on it, and I happened to nail my performance and win the greatest athletic competition of my entire career by getting outside of my comfort zone and overcoming that fear of what if I fail? What if I fall off this thing? What if? You're never going to grow if you don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations and crush them. Perseverance, you're going to get it. And the third tip I have for crushing failures is when you fail, you want to ask yourself 3 really powerful questions. What did I learn from the failure? Again, almost expect to fail, because failure is a really valuable learning experience, right? So what did I learn from this situation? How can I grow as a person from this experience? And what are 3 positive things about the situation? You know, what can you take? What are the value bombs from those experiences? Again, if you're not open to failing and you're not open to trying, you know, you're never going to have those incredible moments of growth, and you're never going to be able to overcome it. It's these types of experiences and asking yourself these questions that really gets you into I will never fail mode, and you start to become unstoppable. Last tip, my last strategy, is learning to let the fear of failure actually motivate you. And that was powerful for me. I actually learned to turn my fears at the beginning of my athletic career as an athlete, even as an entrepreneur, I've also had these types of fears where, what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I don't want to launch this new program because what if it's a fail? Or I don't want to try that new skill as a fitness athlete. I'm going to stay in my safe zone because I know I can do this, and I'm not going to get outside of my comfort zone because what if I can't perform it on stage? And you know what? I started to let those fears of actually thinking about failing really motivate me to get me out of bed. That's got to be what pulls you out of bed every day and puts you in that position where you are facing your fear. So let that fear motivate you. We all have fears, remember. We all have fears. And if you face your fears and you take them head on, use these 4 strategies, I promise you that you will overcome, you will conquer, and that you will win every single